Have you ever looked at your body in the mirror and thought, when did this change? Not just how it looks, but how it feels. The stiffness, the slower recovery, the lower energy. And the most confusing part is that no one really warned you. So today I want to ask something a lot of people are quietly wondering. What is really happening to our bodies after 50?
That question hits deeper than most people realize. Because when someone asks that, they're not just asking about joints or weight or sleep. They're asking, can I trust my body anymore? And here's the truth most people never hear. Your body doesn't suddenly fall apart after 50. It changes how it communicates with you. The signals get clearer, louder, less forgiving. And that's not a flaw, it's a shift.
That's interesting because many people describe it as feeling betrayed by their own body.
Yes, and that feeling usually comes from misunderstanding. For decades, your body tolerated a lot. Late nights, skipped meals, stress, sitting too long, pushing through exhaustion. After 50, it stops pretending everything is fine. So people think, something is wrong with me, when really the body is saying, I need different care now. And that moment when the old rules stop working, that's where frustration begins.
One of the first things people notice is stiffness. They wake up stiff, they stand up slowly, they feel tight after sitting. Why does that suddenly show up so strongly?
Because movement patterns quietly change long before pain shows up. After 50, joints and connective tissue rely much more on regular motion to stay lubricated. When movement becomes optional instead of consistent, stiffness steps in. Here's what surprises people. Stiffness usually isn't damage. It's feedback. It's the body saying, I'm designed to move more often than I am. And when people respond with gentle, regular movement instead of avoidance, stiffness often improves faster than they expect.
Weight gain is another big one, especially around the middle. People say, I eat the same, but my body doesn't respond the same. What's behind that?
This is where biology gets blamed unfairly. After 50, muscle mass naturally declines if it's not actively maintained. Muscle plays a huge role in how your body handles blood sugar. When muscle decreases, the body becomes more likely to store energy as fat, particularly around the abdomen. So it's not that your body is stubborn, it's that it's adapting to protect you. The mistake many people make is responding with restriction, eating less, skipping meals, cutting too much. That often tells the body it's under threat, which encourages even more storage.
So the usual advice of just eat less can actually make things worse?
Exactly. After 50, the body responds better to consistency than deprivation. Regular meals, enough protein, less late-night eating. When the body feels stable, it doesn't cling to energy. This is where people are shocked. When they nourish instead of punish, weight often becomes easier to manage. Because energy
seems to change too, not just lower, but unpredictable. Some days feel okay, others feel heavy. Why does energy become so inconsistent?
After 50 becomes rhythm-based. Hormones don't fire the same way they once did. Sleep quality shifts. Stress recovery slows. Blood sugar swings become more noticeable. So instead of powering through all day, the body prefers cycles. Periods of activity followed by recovery. When people ignore those rhythms, fatigue builds quietly. That's why people say, I don't feel like myself anymore. They're trying to live by an old schedule in a new body.
Sleep is another big complaint. Lighter sleep, waking up more, feeling unrefreshed. Is that normal?
Very normal. Deep sleep naturally decreases with age, but that doesn't mean restful sleep disappears. It means sleep becomes more sensitive. After 50, evening habits matter more than ever. Screens, late meals, alcohol, emotional stimulation, all of those interfere more strongly now. The nervous system doesn't shut down as easily, so people think sleep is broken, when really it's asking for better conditions.
Recovery also takes longer. Exercise soreness lasts longer. Stress lingers. Even travel feels harder.
That's because the body shifts from performance mode to preservation mode. In earlier years, the body prioritizes growth and output. After 50, it prioritizes repair. Recovery isn't optional anymore. It's essential. When people ignore recovery, fatigue accumulates slowly, then suddenly feels overwhelming.
What about brain fog?
Mm-hmm.
Forgetting words, slower thinking, mental fatigue? That worries a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Understandably, but in many cases, brain fog is lifestyle related, not permanent decline. Poor sleep, stress, blood sugar swings, low movement, all reduce blood flow and oxygen to the brain. When those basics improve, mental clarity often improves too. The brain follows the body.
Some listeners might feel like everything you're describing sounds like loss.
Mm-hmm. It can sound that way at first, but here's the part people don't expect. After 50, the body becomes incredibly responsive to care. Small changes create big results. People often feel better in their late 50s or 60s than they did in their 40s once they stop fighting their body and start working with it.
You keep coming back to that idea, Sue, listening instead of fighting.
Mm-hmm. Because the body isn't whispering anymore. It's speaking clearly. Fatigue, stiffness, weight changes. These aren't punishments, they're guidance. When people stop judging those signals and start responding to them, something shifts. Health becomes calmer, more sustainable, less exhausting.
If someone listening feels overwhelmed, where should they begin?
Begin with compassion. Nothing is wrong with you. Focus on sleep rhythm, daily movement, stress reduction, and nourishment. Not perfectly, just consistently. Consistency beats intensity now.
What's the one thing you wish more people understood about their bodies after?
That change doesn't mean decline. It means transition. Your body isn't turning against you. It's inviting you into a new partnership. When you accept that invitation, this stage of life can feel steadier, wiser, and more grounded than any before it.
That's a powerful way to end. Thank you for explaining what so many people feel but can't put into words.
If listeners take one thing away, let it be this. Your body after 50 isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning of a better conversation.